I have a drug addiction. I am a drug addict. Throwing your life away drinking, you're throwing your life away smoking, you're throwing your life away doing all these dumb things. I used to drink a lot, I used to party a lot, I used to smoke a lot of weed, I used to chase girls. I was just a total degenerate. My mom died when I was 13, my dad died when I was 17, and here's exactly how I changed my life. And if this is your first time watching me, my name is Jordan, and here's a little bit about myself. I used to do a lot of bad habits. I mean, I used to drink a lot, I used to party a lot, I used to smoke a lot of weed, I used to chase girls. I was just a total degenerate. And I mean, there were times where I would wake up super hungover from being blackout drunk the day before. I was someone who believed in God, but I wasn't living in a way that really represented that. I mean, I felt like I was spitting in God's face all the time. My mom died when I was 13, my dad died when I was 17, and I just felt like I was disrespecting my parents as well, because growing up I was always this good kid, right? I mean, I always had a lot of big goals and big dreams. I wanted to do crazy things in life. I wanted to be successful, but I was not living in alignment with who I wanted to become. Like, I mean, I knew that in order to become successful, I had to not drink, I had to not smoke, I had to not do bad habits. I had to read books, I had to stay sober, I had to be around good people, I had to be focused on working on my business, right? I knew all of those things, but I just wasn't doing that. I just wasn't doing that at all. And this is exactly how I changed my life, man. I'm gonna give you the full guide, the step-by-step guide of exactly how I managed to change my life. So let's dive right ahead into step one, which is going to be desire. Without desire, you're not gonna achieve anything you want in your life. You need to have a desire for change. And that's exactly what I wanted. I had a want for change. I needed to change in order to become the person who I wanted to become. I needed to change. And why? Because, like I said, I wanted to be successful. I knew that I was capable of much more. God gave me this dream. God gave me this desire to help people for a reason. God gave me a higher calling. And that's exactly why I desired to change, because I knew that I was capable of much more, but I just wasn't living that way. And I felt so ashamed and I felt so bad. I remember looking in the mirror one day and I was like, Jordan, what the hell are you doing? You know you're capable of much more, but you're throwing your life away hanging around these people. You're throwing your life away drinking. You're throwing your life away smoking. You're throwing your life away like doing all these dumb things. What are you doing? You're capable of much more. That moment right there changed my life forever, because it put so much pain inside of my body that I just had to change. I just had to change, because I knew that if I continued down this path, I would like just be a total different person. If I still continued down that path, I wouldn't be standing here making this video right now. I'd probably be still working in a factory. I would probably be fat. I would probably not respect myself. My peers would not respect me. I would not get the respect of anyone of significance or of value, right? So that's why I desire to change. And it comes down to anything in life. If you desire something, then you will start to think about, okay, how can I actually get this thing? How can I live my life so that I get the body that I want? How can I eat so that I get the body that I want? Right? You start thinking about things once you desire it. But desiring it is not enough. You need to think about why. Why do you desire it? Why do you want that thing? You know that quote, he who has a strong enough why can figure out how. So you always want to start with why. You always want to start with the purpose, because once you know exactly why you want to change, the how, it doesn't really matter. You'll figure it out. You'll figure out the how, but the most important thing is the why. And like I said, why did I want to change? Because I knew that I was capable of much more, but I just wasn't doing it. I knew that if I locked in, I would be able to change the world. I would be able to inspire people. You know, my mom died when I was 13, my dad died when I was 17, and I just always knew that I was meant for more. I always knew that I could help people. I always knew that I could inspire the world. I always knew that my story would change the world. And that's always what I wanted. But like I said, I wasn't living in that way. I wasn't living in a way that was inspiring people. I wasn't living in a way that would make God proud of me. I wasn't living in a way that would make my parents proud of me. And that destroyed me. It made me feel ashamed. That's exactly why I wanted to change. And my why was so strong that it was and my why was so strong that it made me change instantly when I actually thought about it. I was like, man, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Make your why so strong. And then the how will come to you. And the next thing that I want to talk about, I hope you can see it, but can you see it? But it's identity. Okay? Identity. And identity is how you see yourself. Back when I was being a degenerate, I saw myself as that guy who just liked to have fun with his friends. And what does having fun with his friends as a teenager mean? It means going out and doing dumb shit, going out and smoking, going out and drinking, going out and chasing girls, going out and eating junk food, right? That's how I saw myself. And that's the reason, that's the exact reason why I was doing these things. It's because I saw myself as that person who just liked to have fun with his friends and go out and do degenerate things, right? That's how I saw myself. And if you see yourself as a kind of person who does something, then you're more likely going to do that one thing. If you see yourself as a drug addict, then you're most likely going to do drugs. Instead of saying, no, I have a drug addiction, you're telling yourself that you are a drug addict, that you are a drug addict. You see the difference here? I have a drug addiction, I am a drug addict. If you say, hey, look, I have a drug addiction, then you can fix the problem, right? You can fix the drug addiction problem. But if you're saying, hey, I am a drug addict, I am a drug addict, then you're most likely going to do drugs because you believe in your mind that you yourself are a drug addict. Okay? Now I had to change how I saw myself completely. I had to go from like seeing myself as this teenager who just liked to have fun with his friends, who was being a degenerate, to someone who was successful, to someone who was respecting himself, to someone who was in shape, to someone who was of significance, of value, to a child of God. I saw myself as this, and then it allowed me to stop doing the bad habits instantly. Whenever someone would offer me, weed or alcohol or anything, really, I was able to think of my identity and how I saw myself, and I was like, wait, I'm a successful person. A successful person doesn't do this. I'm not a smoker anymore. I don't drink. A successful person, I'm not saying a successful person doesn't drink, but they don't go crazy. They don't go crazy like I did, right? I saw myself like that. I was like, wait, no, a successful person does not drink, so therefore I'm not going to drink. A successful person does not waste his weekends smoking weed and eating junk food. No. A successful person takes care of his body and he eats the right food and he exercises. He does not smoke weed. Well, a successful person does not watch porn. A successful person focuses on his wife and he loves his wife and he only wants to give himself to his wife. Oh wait, a child of God does not go around and lust after women. A child of God focuses on God and he does the right things. He doesn't go around sinning. A child of God doesn't go around getting drunk on the weekends. A child of God doesn't do drugs on the weekends. You see what I mean here? And when I started seeing myself in this way, it just changed everything in my life. I mean, my relationship changed, the people I hung around changed, my mindset changed, my discipline changed, my respect for myself changed, everything changed, and my life just kept going up. But it starts with how you see yourself. If you can see yourself in a different way, then your life is going to change. For example, a smoker could literally stop smoking if he just stops seeing himself or herself as a smoker. You can decide right now that you want to change. All it takes is a decision. If you make a decision right now that you want to change your life, then your life will change. But once you make a decision, there's no coming back. A decision means to cut off all possibility of the thing not happening. So if you decide you want to stop smoking right now and you truly made a decision, you would stop smoking. I guarantee you, even if you've been smoking 2 packs a day for 10 years, you would stop smoking if you truly made a decision. And if you're watching this video saying like, oh my God, Jordan, how can you say that? I've been smoking and I have a smoking addiction. I can't just quit it cold turkey. Click off this video. I don't want you to watch this video. But if you're someone who you truly believe that you can quit smoking, that you can do anything, then keep watching this video. I want you to keep watching this video. Because the mind is so powerful. Beyond your imagination, the mind is so powerful, it can do anything. It can do anything. If you really wanted to quit smoking, if you really wanted to quit watching porn, if you really wanted to quit watching porn, if you really wanted to quit drinking, you could do it right this moment, only if you decide to do it. So make a decision right now to take away all the negative areas of your life, to take away the drinking, take away the drugs, take away the pornography, take away the chasing after the chicks, take away the junk food. Decide right now. And once you decide, you change the way you see yourself. And those two right there, that makes the most powerful combination. A decision plus changing your identity. I've decided to quit smoking, therefore I'm going to think of myself as a non-smoker. I don't smoke anymore. Someone hands you a pack of cigarettes, oh, I don't smoke anymore. Or, I'm not a smoker. That's even more powerful. I'm not a smoker. Thanks. That's what I do. When someone hands me like, hey Jordan, you want to drink? No, man, I don't drink. Hey Jordan, you want to, I'm not saying like I drink alcohol on very, very, very special occasions, like once or twice a year, bro. But like a glass of wine or a can of beer, that's it. But just on like super special family occasions or something, I don't get drunk or anything, But yeah, I'm not trying to make these videos like saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. But I have been a lot worse. And now my life's completely changed. I'm where I am right now because I've decided to see myself in a different way, and because I have a strong enough why and a desire to change. That's why I'm here right now. Right? But I'm not saying like, oh my God, don't ever drink, don't ever smoke. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I drink once a year or twice a year max. But I don't go crazy. I'm not drunk anymore. I don't smoke weed anymore. I haven't smoked weed for like 3 or 4 years now. So yeah, everything's great. And man, this next point is the most important point in my life change. And I'm gonna erase this top part here. Here, Jesus Christ. Probably the biggest impact to my change is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I'm going to say this to the day that I die. Jesus Christ is God. Jesus Christ died for you, and Jesus Christ loves you, and Jesus Christ changed my life. I mean, look, my mom died when I was 13, and growing up, like I didn't know about Jesus at all because I was born in Thailand, and Thailand's a Buddhist country, so I did not know about Jesus. But after my mom died, I had math in school, and my math teacher just kept talking about Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus all the time. And because he kept talking about Jesus so much, I had to do my own research about, hey, who is this Jesus guy? What is my teacher talking about? So then I kept doing research about Jesus, and I came to a conclusion that Jesus is real. So then I remember sitting in the corner of my bed one night, and I was just so sad. Like, I mean, so sad. And I said, Jesus, if you are here right now, come and save me. And then after I said that, I got pushed off of my bed, and I was on my knees, and I felt this surge of love, joy, peace, hope. I don't know, all the good feelings just come straight into my body, and I cried so much. And at that moment, I knew that Jesus was real. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I even heard a voice saying like, I'm here for you and I love you. And then at that moment, I knew Jesus was real. So then I had this crazy fire for Jesus for like a year. But then I don't know what happened. I just kind of like drifted away from Jesus for a bit, and that's when I started being a degenerate. That's when I started drinking and smoking and chasing after chicks. Like as a 17-year-old guy, right? Like imagine you're 17 years old and you don't have parents at home and you're open to doing anything, right? And we were just teenagers, and the city that I grew up in, which is Pattaya, Thailand, dude, they have everything there. I mean, people just go there to party and basically be a degenerate. That's what people do when they go to my hometown. So we had everything. And I mean, as teenagers, we wanted to try stuff, right? I'll even put a video of me trying weed for the first time, probably here. Yeah, right here. And oh, wait, was I 16? No, sorry. I must have been earlier, bro, because I smoked weed for the first time when I was 15, but then I knew Jesus before that. Like I had that thing happen before that. So it must have been earlier. It must have been like 15 or like late 14 or something. But anyways, doesn't matter. I'll put a video up here of me smoking weed for the first time. But yeah, I was just being a degenerate, bro. And I kind of forgot about God for a little bit, and then after smoking weed for the first time, I didn't do it again till about a year later, or maybe 2 years later, but then that's when things got bad. Like I was doing it more occasionally. I was smoking weed and then drinking and stuff. I mean, I was smoking so much weed, I thought I was losing brain cells. I couldn't think anymore. I felt stupid. And at one point, I couldn't even sleep anymore without smoking weed. I even had these like weed oil drops that I would put into my mouth and swallow it just so I could sleep. I mean, it was that bad. And I just, looking back at it now, I just felt like I was spitting in God's face. But once I decided, hey, you know what, enough is enough. Like, I want to change right now. I want to get my faith back. I want to get closer to God. Man, I started reading my Bible. I started praying to God more. And He just changed something inside of me. He changed my heart. He changed my mind. I was more empathetic. I was convicted of the things that I was doing. And, you know, the Bible actually says in 2 Corinthians verse 5, no, sorry, 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7, it says, therefore, if anyone is new in Christ, that person is a new creation. Something along those lines. And the word of God never lies, man. It says if someone is in Christ, therefore he is a new creation. And God really created a new Jordan. He created a new me. I'm not the same person I was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, right? The closer that I get to God, the more that I change. The whole goal of being a Christian is to be Christ-like. You want to be like Jesus Christ. That's the whole point of being a Christian. We should live our lives as close to being like Jesus as possible. I'm not saying be Jesus. We can't be Jesus. Jesus is God, but we want to be as close to Jesus as possible in terms of like character traits, you know, love. You want to give joy, hope, peace. You don't want to hate. You want to forgive. All these things, right? So Jesus Christ really, really, really changed my life. And He's the biggest reason that I changed. And Jesus Christ has given me so much. Not only did He change my life, but He's given me great friends. He's given me a great community. He's given me love. He's given me joy. He's given me a platform to spread His word and to change people's lives. So Jesus Christ has given me everything. I mean, there were times where I didn't even know how I would make it, bro. And because of my faith in God, I truly believe this. Because of my faith in God, I was able to come out of situations where I thought, bro, I'm done here. Like, I'm cooked. Dude, I remember not having any money at all. And I had to pay rent. And I had to buy food. And then I was praying. I said, God, I don't have any money right now. I don't know what to do. I need you to do something. And then I remember opening up my PayPal and I see 200 euros in there. And mind you, I never get any money in my PayPal. I don't know where this 200 euros came from. I really don't know because I never used PayPal and I had that 200 euros sitting in PayPal. So God is always there listening to you, man. God is always there for you. You just got to put your faith and put your trust in Him. And I will always say this, but Jesus Christ changed my life for the better. He changed my relationships, changed my thoughts, changed my mindset, changed how I operate each and every single day. Jesus Christ. And lastly, I got a bonus tip for you. So let me just write that down because my whiteboard needs to look pretty. Boom. Bonus tip. I know you can see that, but this bonus tip will drastically improve your improvement journey, your self-improvement journey, and that's being around the right people, being around the right environments. When you're in the right environments, you're around people who are doing better than you, you're around people who want better for you, things will start to change. When you're around someone who's doing better than you in some area in your life, it's almost like you want to catch up to him. With my friends now, I have this like healthy competition thing where we're keeping each other accountable. And if someone is doing better than me, I want to catch up to him, right? That's how a friendship should be. When I see someone making 10K a month, when I see my friend making 10K a month, I want to make 10K a month too. You are really what you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with millionaires, you are going to become a millionaire because you just want to catch up to them. It's like you don't want to get left behind. There's some kind of human instinct where we don't want to be disregarded by the tribe. We want to be at the same level as the tribe or even better, right? So I'm not saying like I want to be better so I can show off to my friends and be proud of myself. No, I want to do better or as good as my friends, but ideally I want to do better than my friends so that they can catch up to me as well. And then I want them to do better so that I can catch up to them as well. It's just like a healthy balance. And I think every good friendship should be like this. We want to push each other to be the best, right? I remember times where when I was sorry, I can't speak, man. When I was a degenerate, we were doing all these stupid things, and when I wanted to do better, when I wanted to change for myself, they would hate me. They started hating me just because I stopped drinking, just because I stopped smoking. And they would just tear me down, man. Anytime I wanted to do something for myself, something positive for myself, like I wanted to learn sales, every time I wanted to work on my business, they'd be like, bro, what are you even doing? Like, this is not gonna work. What are you even doing, wasting all your time doing this bullshit? You know, they would talk to me like that. That's not a friend, man. That's just someone who doesn't want to see you doing better than them. But a real friend encourages you. A real friend supports you. A real friend wants to see you do good, man. I'm so blessed right now in my life that I have friends who are like this. Friends who want to see me do better. Friends who are pushing me to be better. Friends who are doing better than me so that I could catch up to them. I'm so blessed right now. I am so blessed. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was at the gym and I was doing my cardio and a friend of mine came up to me. His name's Abdul. And before meeting Abdul, before I met Abdul, Abdul was never on Instagram or anything like that. He was just kind of just consuming, right? But after being around me so much, every time I see Abdul, I'm always like, Abdul, man, start doing content. It's gonna help you. You have a great story. You can inspire people with your story and blah, 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 blah. Every time I'd see him, I talk to him about it. Now Abdul's posting Instagram content. Abdul is inspiring people. I mean, I look at the messages on his Instagram. Well, I can't really understand because it's all in Arabic, but I translate the stuff. And they're positive comments from people all around the world, right? And he's inspiring people. And he was saying to me, like, Jordan, man, I'm so glad I have you in my life, bro. You inspire me every time I see you. You speak with passion, you speak with energy, and you just want to see me do better. I'm like, yes, exactly. I just want to see you do better, Abdul. That's why I tell you to do these things, because I just want to see you win, man. I just want to see you win. And you need friends like this in your life. You need people who push you to do better. You need people who want to see you win. Really, this is such a game changer. Even with Jesus, like, my relationship with God grew even more once I started surrounding myself with people who were close with God. You get to pick their minds, and you get to see how they think about things. You get to ask them questions that you have, and they give you answers. Now you start to understand things, right? But it only happens once you surround yourself with these people. So anyways, I hope this video helps you out, man. That's exactly how it changed my life. If you got any questions, I'm gonna link my Instagram in the description. You can always message me, and make sure you sub to my YouTube channel. And as always, I love you, I'm rooting for you. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.